Hello, everyone. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, so we're on for more readings. More readings. I'm excited about. And let me see. Perfect. We are gonna look in here. Look in here. Cool. So I'm hoping some people will jump on and we'll get some people in here. I know it's raining here tonight. Also, guys, we do have a thunderstorm occurring tonight over where I'm at, so I'm hoping that, that doesn't disrupt anything, but I'm just throwing that out there that if you hear rumbles in the background or anything like that, that is what it is. Okay. So, I'm going to introduce myself, and hopefully some people jump on while I'm doing that. And then we're also going to discuss the readings, how you can get one, and I'm going to share some news around the readings. I did change some things up to accommodate you guys because I know last week I switched back over to Etsy for payments, and some of you guys were a little thrown off. So we're gonna discuss that as well. So for anyone who's new to watching my lives, let me introduce myself. My name is Becky, and I am the co-owner of Mystical Essence. So I am a tarot card reader, oracle card reader, astrologer, and spiritual mentor. I've been reading tarot for about the past 5 years now, give or take. So it's been a bit. I originally got into tarot to help myself, to work on myself and my own self-improvement and self-development. And then from there, kind of spiraled out into helping others, which is what I love to do anyways. I like to help empower people. So any way that I can help you guys be who you are and step into your own power is amazing to me. It's what I love to do. So before we jump into the readings, I just want to go over how to get a reading. Okay, so there are two ways that you can get a reading. One, you can purchase a reading using the link in the pinned comments. This will give you a guaranteed reading and you can ask a specific question. Okay, now when you click on the link, this is what I've changed up. So when you click on the link in the pinned comment, it will take you to a section in my Etsy shop. All of those readings are readings I can do live. So just pick the reading you want for the amount you want, and we'll do it that way, because some people, I had them set at $5 last week, and people seem to be very, some people wanted to pay more, some people were good with $5. So I made multiple options of what you guys can pay. Okay. There's also an option in there for pendulum readings as well, which are strictly yes or no questions, guys. So I do not do health, pregnancy, or legal questions, but any other question I can answer for you guys. Okay. The other way to get a reading is you can put your name down, type your name, and if I'm drawn to you, I will give you a free reading. Okay. Free. Yeah. Just give me a second. So free readings are just to who I'm drawn to. So putting your name in there does not guarantee you a reading. There have been some misconceptions around that in the past. I just want to make that clear, that it's kind of who I'm pulled to, because I need to make a connection with you. Okay. So if you receive a free reading and you want a longer reading or a reading on something else, please purchase a reading using the link in the pinned comments. Use your manners, please and thank you. Guys, I want to keep this a safe space for everyone. I want to keep this an enjoyable space for everyone. So please be respectful. Anyone being disrespectful or rude or whatever will be blocked. I have no problems using the block button. Okay. If you guys aren't sure if I'm seeing your comments, just drop a question. Say, are you seeing my comments? If I see it, I will acknowledge it. Sometimes it takes me a bit to acknowledge it though. So just be aware of that. If I'm in the middle of a reading, I'm not going to stop the reading to acknowledge comments. So just be aware of that. But I do tell people not to be like, so if you're like, do you see me? Do you, like, I've had that happen in the past where people are like, in like 5 minutes, I get like 10 messages. Do you see me? Do you see me? Do you see me? And then what happens, especially on Facebook, is it picks you up as spam. Okay. So then they start blocking your comments so I don't see them. So that's why I say don't do it. Just drop a message, say, you know, drop a comment and ask if I can see your comments. If you get a reply to your comments, if you're on Facebook and you get an inbox or a friend's request offering a reading, these are scams, please don't give them any money. Okay, guys. That's another reason I was really debating on switching from PayPal to my Etsy, because I feel like it's more of a secure place for you guys to make payments as well. So yeah, that's the other reason. Okay. Again, don't give these people money. Block them, report them. Cool, cool. So again, I have changed this up, guys. If you are purchasing a reading, now it goes into a whole section of readings that I offer live. Okay, and I'm going to be putting some more readings in there. So some of my more expensive readings that I do privately as well, I'm hoping to shrink them down a little bit to make them more live friendly and offer them over there as well. So you guys have a choice of what readings you guys want. Okay, and they do range in price. I think I've got them anywhere from $5 to $20, I think is the most expensive. But again, you can pick or choose what you can afford, right? And that was my goal. I don't want people being left out because they can't afford something. I also have $2 pendulum questions as well. So that gives you 2 yes or no questions that I can answer for you as well live. So there's something there, hopefully, for almost everybody. So if you guys want free readings, comment your name if I feel pulled to you or drawn to you. I will do a reading for you. It's just a general reading, so whatever comes through the cards, though, okay? No specific questions. The questions are paid only. Lyndsey, hello, my dear. I know you were asking about a reading. So, what's your question, Lyndsey? So yeah, guys, if you want to, that's why I made the Etsy the way it was, because I was trying to like do a sliding scale somehow, so you guys can pay what you can afford, kind of like PayPal. That was my goal, anyways. That was my goal. You just want a general. Perfect. Or pay what you feel the readings are worth. Okay. So we're using the Shaman Tarot tonight. I should show you guys the box. Um, so this is the deck I'm using. If you see me pull out the book, I will show you why. One, these don't use the traditional suits, so I'm still learning the suits of this deck. And two, the major arcana cards, if I can find one like this one here, has no words on it, just Roman numerals. So I pull the book out to make sure I have the right card because I don't want to be misinterpreting things. Right? I want to give you guys solid ratings. Okay, Lyndsey, general, what does Lyndsey need to know? That flew out. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Some of these I do know, some of these I don't know. What's on the bottom of the deck? The High Priestess reversed. Okay, I'm gonna pull some clarifiers for a moment on one of these cards. Hello, everyone. Lyndsey, they always seem to fly for you. You make these cards fly everywhere. I don't know what it is. Your energy, your guides. Okay, clarifiers. Okay, I need to know what the other is. Because y'all don't have this with the page. Yeah. It is the page, I think. I want to make sure. Yes, okay. So necklace is a queen. Okay, gotcha. Okay. So Lyndsey. Lyndsey, let's see. Drums are earth, bows are okay. I'm gonna keep this one. So, Lyndsey, what we got coming up for you? We have the Two of Stones, which is the Two of Cups, along with the Six of Swords, I believe. Those, yes, the Six of Swords. We have the Lover's card. We have the Emperor. We have the Five of Bones reversed, which is the Five of Wands reversed. And then we have, to clarify this Two of Cups, which I thought was the Two of Pentacles for some weird reason, but we have the Three of Bones, which is the Three of Wands, or Three of Wands. We have the Page of Drums, which is the Page of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Swords reversed, which is the Seven of Bows. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles, or the Ten of Drums. Okay. Feel like okay. So I'm gonna say that there is a relationship, because the Two of Cups is coming up, the Lover's card is coming up. There's a relationship that you need to be a little more compassionate about. Okay? A little try there's a relationship you have to have a little more compassion for. For, not about, for. In terms of your communication. Okay? So there's somebody you're connected to. This could be family, friends, or partners, or even co-workers, but I'm not picking up on co-worker kind of energy. This doesn't seem like business energy. So the Two of Cups means that you need to be a little more understanding and listen to the other person's perspective, and not just listen, but actually have empathy. Okay? And empathy means I feel like I'm going back to school. Being able to put yourself in the other person's shoes, being able to feel what they feel. So it's not just enough to know or think that you understand what they're saying. You need to be able to put yourself into their shoes. And a good way that I always do this is I put myself in their position, and I always ask myself, how would I react if I were in their position and the same thing was happening to me? Okay. So say I got in a fight with someone, or I did something wrong, and I was getting pissed off at someone and whatever, and I just lashed out at them because I was angry, right? Sometimes it helps to take a step back and be like, well, and they're trying to explain why, or they're angry and they're trying to explain why they're so angry, whatever the case may be, right? And you're like, I just don't get it. You're hearing them, but you're not actually putting yourself into their position. So flip it around and be like, well, if you were doing that to me, how would that make me feel? Right? Because sometimes it's hard to understand other people. Sometimes we can say we understand, but we really don't. And I feel like that's the case here. Okay, this is talking, there's two swords, two air energy cards also coming up. So this is talking about communication as well. When you're talking to this person, you need to be able to not just hear them and not just mutually communicate with them, but you also need to be able to have empathy for them and understand where they're coming from emotionally as well. Okay, which it's a little hard for you, I'm seeing, because the Emperor is coming up. And the Emperor is Aries energy. And Aries energy can be very combatant when they feel like they're being attacked. It's the warrior energy, right? um, and I feel like this is not easy because you have a lot of fire in your chart, and I know this. And I feel like this fiery energy comes out in this relationship, and it comes out aggressive. Okay, you need to stop being so aggressive. You need to stop being so defensive as well. This is the Five of Wands, and this talks about always needing, I don't want to say always needing to be right, but that's kind of the energy that's coming through. The Five of Wands, when it's reversed, talks about working as a team instead of, so the traditional Five of Wands has like everybody kind of combating against everybody. If you look at the traditional Rider-Waite, right? Everybody's got different clothes on. They're all trying to work together. Essentially, the picture depicts them trying to build something, but everybody's different and everybody's doing things differently, which makes it really hard to work well as a team. The thing is there is power in differences when you can learn to work together with people. But when the Five of Wands comes up reversed, it's like, no, I want it my way or the highway. I'm not willing to listen to you. I'm not willing to, it's got to be done this way, or this is my opinion, and full on fire gung ho, right? You need to lay off of that a little bit, my dear, and realize that there's power in differences, okay? And this is a big thing. And this is hard for everybody because I've even fallen into this trap. And my guides they actually yelled at me a couple weeks ago for that because Christians were on my live preaching a whole bunch of stuff. And I kind of lost my temper. And they were like, well, you can't go around saying embrace differences if you're not going to practice what you preach, which really annoyed me at the time to hear that. But I took the time and I was like, you're right. And there is power we can gain from understanding other people's points of views, right? And you might even find that there is some commonality, even if you don't think there is. Okay? Is that making sense? Don't fire back. I know, like, the instinct is to fire back, especially when you have a lot of fire or you're just a very like fiery person, right? I have a Scorpio sun that's ruled by Mars. Mars is that Aries energy, it's a gung-ho warrior, shove, like assertive kind of energy, and you have to kind of dial you have to dial that back a bit. Because sometimes, like I said, it helps us to understand. And I can give an example of that from my own life when I've talked to my daughter, because she's a Muslim, and we were talking about her beliefs around food and stuff and my own beliefs, right? And we found out that we have very similar beliefs. Like Muslims, she was talking about how they believe that in order to eat most meats, now they don't eat pork because they're not allowed to, but anything other than that, they're allowed to eat if it's been slaughtered, but it has to be slaughtered in butchered in a certain way, right? And I told her that that was similar to our beliefs as pagans, that we believe if animals are slaughtered in a very traumatic way, then that trauma remains in the meat, and then when we eat the meat, we essentially eat that energy, right? And then we take in that trauma. So it made sense. I said we have very similar beliefs that way, right? So when you can take the time to kind of sit down and converse and see and put yourself in the other person's shoes, you'd be amazed what you can find. But you have to be open enough to do that, and that's what the high priestess is saying too. You have to be open and receptive enough to that, which you're kind of a little closed off and defensive at the moment. It is interesting. That's what I mean. That's what I'm telling people. Like, take time to talk to other people. Take time to listen to stories. Take time to listen to people's experiences, because we can learn from one another. And a lot of times we have commonalities we didn't even know. Hello, Tiffany. Does that help, Lyndsey? Yeah. Perfect. 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 Okay, for everyone asking how much my readings are, they vary. So when you click on the link that's in the pinned comments, it will take you over to a live reading section on my Etsy. And you can pick whichever reading you can afford. So they're all live readings, but they're various prices. So you can pick whatever price you can afford. Okay, so I tried to make it like a sliding scale to accommodate everybody. So they go from $5 to $20. So whatever you can afford or whatever you feel the readings are worth, that just pick that reading, purchase it, and we're good to go. I'm also going to be putting some other readings in there as well that some of my more expensive personal readings I'm going to try and cinch down to make live worthy, so you guys can pick. So the readings in short are between $5 to $20 depending on what you want to pay. I did have them at $5, and then we had a little bit of difficulty because apparently Etsy changed their stuff. You used to be able to purchase like quantities, and then Etsy got rid of the quantities. And I did not realize that. And there was a girl on last week that wanted to pay more, and she kept having to like go back and reorder and reorder and reorder. So that was not working. So I made varying amounts for the reading. There's also an option for pendulum readings in there as well if you guys want pendulum readings. I would prefer it through Etsy, to be honest, because Etsy deals with all the sales tax and stuff, and I don't have to deal with that. It makes it easier on me if you can do it through Etsy. If you have any problems, Tiffany, just let me know. It's really not that hard. It's just like ordering off of Amazon or eBay or anything like that. There is actually, Tiffany, if you go into Etsy, there is a PayPal option in Etsy, so you can pay using your PayPal if you want. If you don't want to use a credit card or debit, there is a PayPal option when you hit the payment page. So yes, you can pay through PayPal. And I feel like that way it just kind of keeps my readings all in one place too. Okay, guys. Hello, Jennifer. Awesome. Well, welcome. Okay, so let me re-explain how the readings are working, guys. Okay, I think a lot of people are maybe a little confused here. So, so we're doing readings. There's two options to get a reading. If you want a guaranteed reading and you have a question that you want a reading on, There is a link in the pinned comment that takes you over to a section in my Etsy shop. Okay. The section is all live readings. So you pick which reading you want. There's four options for live reading. One's $5, one's $10, one's $15, and one's $20. That's to give a bit of a sliding scale. So if you can't afford like a $20 reading, that's cool. Purchase a $5 reading. It's going to be the same reading, guys. It's just so that you can pay what you can afford, okay? There's also another listing in there for pendulum reading, for live pendulum reading, which is $2, which is 2 questions. And they're yes or no questions, okay? The pendulum readings are yes or no. The other readings are whatever question you have, okay? They can be anything except for legal, health, and pregnancy. I don't do those. If you want a free reading or a chance at a free reading, I am doing free readings for people I'm pulled to. So all you have to do is put your name down, and if I feel drawn to you, I will do a reading for you. Okay. So it's not a guaranteed reading if you put your name down. Again, my paid readings are going to take priority as well. So just keep that in mind. I think the last time I went live, I think I got 1 free reading done because the rest was all paid. Okay. So just keep that in mind as well. So I'll show you guys my Etsy. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Hold on, I got it closed. Perfect. Tiffany, I just got your payment. Thank you. Awesome, awesome. It's pretty easy, guys. I just wanted to kind of slide things through. So yeah. So when you hop into the link, it will have that. That should be the screen you see. Just click on whichever one you want, okay? I don't know. Oh, my pendulum one is there. So they're all different prices. Just depends. I was trying to make it like a sliding fee kind of thing. And unfortunately, Etsy doesn't like offer the alternatives for digital products that it does for physical products. But if I mark it as a physical product, then you guys get charged tax and everything else. And I'm trying to save you guys some money. So Etsy charges tax on physical products, which kind of sucks, but okay. So yeah, that's all you gotta do. And then once you click on the one you want, it'll bring you to a page and you just add it to basket and check out. I know I can't buy my own item. Shut up. So it's not overly hard. Tiffany, Tiffany, Tiffany. You want a general reading? Perfect. Okay, let's see what comes up for Tiffany. Tiffany. Okay, Tiffany. I'm gonna reshuffle these because I feel like they are they're mixing energies. Yes, you guys you guys are more than welcome to come back. There are some days I also recommend like sitting and watching sometimes if you want to get a feel for how I read before you buy a reading as well. And sometimes the readings I do for other people hold messages for multiple people. Okay, so I've had people who literally just sit and watch me do readings and they're like, well, that reading really resonated with me. And I tell people to take it if it does, right? Because sometimes the readings I do aren't just meant for one person. We're all connected. All connected. Okay. Is that the Hermit card? I think that's the Hermit. Okay. Hello, Roshni. I'm probably pronouncing your name wrong, but I apologize. Let's see. Tiffany. Ooh. Okay. Roses, Pentacles. Roses, Wands. Okay. So what's on the bottom of this deck? Okay, so I feel like there's some sort of decision you're trying to make. And they're saying to take a little bit more time to think about this decision. So we have the Hermit card coming up. Okay. We have the Ace of Wands coming up, or the Ace of Bones. We have the Page of Pentacles. Sorry. Mind drop there. The Seven of Pentacles. And then we have the King of Swords. The Lover's card on the bottom. Oh. And the World's card reversed under that. Okay. So, like I said, I feel like with the Lover's card at the bottom, this is telling me that there's a decision that you're trying to make, but I feel like you're kind of seeing it from a lower perspective at the moment, or maybe not seeing everything that there is to this. Because I keep being pulled to this upper person here, and it's like they can see a totally different perspective than the people down here, right? Um, so I'm getting that there's definitely a decision or choice that's being made and you're kind of struggling. You could be looking for other guidance, and maybe that's what you're hoping will come through with this reading. But I do feel like they're telling you to hold back on making this decision because I do feel like there's still something you're missing. There's something you're not seeing. They're like, you'll know when it's time to go ahead. Oh, there's something that needs to finish first before something new can start. Okay, I got you. So the Hermit card comes up, but in this card, he's called the Battler of Demons, I think. Let me double check that. Um, the hunter of demons, okay, not the battler of demons, the hunter of demons, which is the hermit card. Um, so I feel like there's still something, and with the world card reversed, yeah. Oh my God. Okay, the world's card reversed, then the fool card reversed. I can't make this up. There's still something that has to end or something that has to finish before you can move on from this, okay? And this is what you're not seeing is there's still something left to be completed. Something hasn't been completed yet. I'm seeing you're trying to push forward from it even though you know. Because the ox head is like, you're just going to ram through it regardless. Regardless. Do you see how that head is just kind of pushing through there? Um, like I feel like you have your mind made up that this needs to end, but the reason it's not ending is because there's something there keeping it from ending still. Um, it's not meant to end. It's not meant to end yet. Both of these are major arcana cards that are under this. All of these are major arcana cards on the bottom. It's just not meant to end just yet. There's still something that needs to happen before this can end. Okay? So stop trying to force it to end. I do see somebody new coming in or somebody coming into the picture that might help bring an end to this, though. Because the okay. So the Page of Pentacles is coming in, but I also feel like this person is going to make you think. Okay. So there is a person coming in that may have you thinking or is like, dude, like, look at this. Like, look at what you're doing. Here's the reality of things, right? Because earth signs, you being a Virgo, I'm sure you can relate to this, are very practical. They deal with the physical reality, right? So they're like, wait, look, this is the reality. I feel like there's somebody coming in to kind of help you see what you're missing. So you just kind of got to back off and let this person come in, okay? Because there is something you're missing. Yeah, there's a person coming in. Remember how I said I felt like there was somebody who can see a different perspective of this than you can? Because you're down here with him. This person's up here. They're going to help you move on. You're going to be happy this person came along and was so realistic with you, okay? I feel like and then you'll be able to move on. Do you see the divide there between these two people? You'll be able to move on. But you need to see what you're missing in order to end this first. Does that make sense? Not a new relationship, no. I think they're just for guidance. So the page comes in with news. The page is the messenger. So pages often come in to, I don't want to say teach, but sometimes they can come in to teach. They're messengers, right? Kind of like what I'm doing now. Um, but I do feel like they're going to be another earth sign. So they could be a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus. I feel probably more of a Capricorn. Something else I just noticed in this card, since I said they're coming in to help you, do you see the woman's body all tied up and encased in stone there? Like you kind of trapped yourself, and they're like, nope, 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 this is how you break free. If you really want to do this, this is how you do it. But I don't think they're coming in for a relationship. I think they're coming in for guidance because they're being represented by the angel at the top. Or maybe not the angel. I think in this deck it's a deity. I'm so used to working with the traditional Rider-Waite that they're kind of just the teacher, the overseer. And they both got yellow headdresses on. So they're one and the same. Okay. Does that answer what you're thinking? Just be a little bit patient. It's like you just got to wait a little bit longer. You just got to wait a little bit longer. And I know that that's not easy because I feel like this relationship is like your personal demon. It's just something that you want to be rid of. It's something that really frustrates you and aggravates you, and you just want to be done with it. And sitting around and waiting for this person to come through, you're like, no, I'm finished. I really don't want to. But I've learned if things aren't meant to end, they won't end. And even if they did end, I will say this, that you'd probably end up in a similar position with somebody else. Because I've had that happen too, where I've ended things before they were meant to end, and the universe is like, well, if you're not going to learn it this way, then we're going to bring somebody else in. And then you wonder why you keep meeting the same type of people and in the same type of circumstances. It's because you haven't learned the lesson from it. That we need to learn. Yeah, it is very frustrating. I get that. I do. I get it. I do. I do. Yeah. Make sure that when it is done, it is done. Okay, make sure you do it properly. I hear you. It's funny because I feel like this anger and this desire that's fueling you with this Ace of Wands, this person comes in and contains it, because what does Earth do usually with fire? It acts as a containment, right? It solidifies things. So it's interesting to see how they come into it. Um, this could even be like a friend too. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be. Yeah, it could be a friend too that just gives you a reality check, right? It could be somebody you already know. It could be a complete stranger. But there's definitely somebody around you that's going to give you that reality check and be like, this is what you're missing. Stop to think about this. It's not worth going through, though. Definitely, I hear you there. I was talking to somebody about that with the way things are shifting and reincarnation, and how, when I reincarnate next time, I don't want to come back. I don't want to come back to this. And so I'm doing the work I need to do to evolve, because like hell, I am coming back to this all over again. No way. uh-uh. Forget it. And when you have a determination not to have that happen, it's a very powerful motivator. It is. So definitely use that to your advantage. I'm missing an earring. I can't do this again. I love being here, don't get me wrong, but there's just so much going on. I'm like, I want to come back to a better Earth, not one that's like this. Not one we have to fix. You're missing an earring also. I don't know. I asked the spirits in my house to kindly return it because it was on my desk this morning. And I had it there and I know it was there and now I can only find one. And it's like it's only resin, but it's very like purpley and sparkly. And I was like, so I think I know I have some, we're gonna say fae energies in my house I like to take off with my little trinkets, as they like to call it. So I asked them politely to return it because I need it. I need my earring. So if you didn't take it, I asked them to like, if they took it to kindly return it. If they didn't take it and they knew where it was, to still return it because I would love them forever. It is pretty. I know, I loved. They were like one of my favorite earrings to wear, but apparently I have stuff like that happen all the time. My wolf earrings are still here. Just that one. I do not care about cryptocurrencies. No, 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 go. Aqua, thank you for the subscription to the channel. So if anybody's looking for a reading, you can comment your name for a chance at a free reading if I'm drawn to you. And if you want a guaranteed reading, meaning you're guaranteed one tonight, you can ask any question except for health, pregnancy, or legal questions. There's a link in the pinned comment that will take you over to a selection that you can choose from. Over to my Etsy shop. I'm gonna put some spiritual readings in there too. I just gotta shrink them down. Because my dream interpretation reading, the way I have it right now, if I were to do those live, they take about an hour to do. So I gotta find a way to shrink the reading down. Most of my in-depth readings over there that are like between $30 and $60, they take like an hour to do. But my guides were like, well, you should add mini readings like those into there. And I'm like, okay. So help me figure this out. Help me figure out what you want me to put in there. So yes, there are more options for the live readings coming soon. Princess Nora, it's not a collective thing. It's just we're just doing readings. I think a lot of people have left. I had a lot more success with PayPal, but I don't like PayPal. I am still doing readings, Sandy. So if you guys want a reading, there's 2 ways to get a reading. You can comment your name at a chance to get a reading. If I'm drawn to you, I will definitely pull some cards for you. The free readings are just general readings, so whatever comes through with whatever cards I pull. If you guys want a guaranteed reading or a specific reading, you have a specific question, there is a link in the pinned comment that will take you over to a section in my Etsy shop. There is multiple options for amounts that you can pay. They range anywhere from $5 to $20, whatever you can afford. Yeah, they're all the same readings. So it's just people were wanting to pay varying amounts. So I made multiple listings so that you can pay whichever one. You can purchase whichever amount you want to pay. Makes sense? I was trying to do like a sliding thing, but Etsy doesn't have so in the physical products, it'll give you like alterations that you can list or alternatives, and I could have done it that way. But on the digital, it does not, which is kind of frustrating. Because I don't want to do listing as a physical product because then you guys get charged sales tax. At least if you live in the States, you get charged sales tax. So I'm trying to save people money. Cool, Kira. I did see. Guys, too, if you log off, so when I do readings, sometimes I'll pull people, but I'm not going to pull people who aren't on. That's the other thing. So if you just kind of drop your name and run, then you're guaranteed not to get a reading because I will not read for people who are not on. Just don't. It's a waste of time. Why am I going to read? Okay. So, Kira. And Etsy, guys, you can pay with a credit card, debit, or PayPal. I'm just throwing that out there, not that, you know. Okay. I feel like you are struggling with some body issue images right now. Body issue images. Oh my God. Body image issues. Seeing things backwards. I just said that backwards, and I feel like nothing happens out of coincidence when I'm doing readings, so I try to incorporate everything. And the fact that I said that backwards, I feel like you're seeing things backwards a little bit in terms of the way you look at yourself. Okay? We have the Empress coming up reversed. And I feel like this comes through as seeing yourself in a very kind of maybe negative way, or just not being able to love the physical body you're in, because this is Venus. It's all about love and creativity and value. Okay? You need to start working on valuing yourself more. Okay? And the other reason I say self-image issues is look at the image on that card. This is the 6 of Cups, but look at the image, how he's looking into a mirror. And he doesn't look very happy. And in fact, the mirror is broken. Your perception of yourself is broken. You need to work on healing that. and fixing those body image issues so that you have more confidence in yourself. Your body is your vessel, my dear. Love it. Love it. And that's not always easy to do. Doing mirror work might also help. I keep hearing to tell you there's beauty in being broken. So you may see yourself as kind of broken, but there's beauty in that. Um, awesome. We'll keep working on it. And understand that even though, like I said, if you're the type of person who sees yourself as broken, there's beauty in that. They keep showing me. There's an Asian tradition, and I'm not sure where it's from. I know it's an Asian country of some sort, where they take broken things and they put them back together, and they melt them together with, like, I want to say gold. I think it's gold. But it looks really pretty. And it's a reminder to me every time I see like something like that, that even though, that was broken and in pieces, it still looks beautiful the way it is. And that's the way we should see ourselves. Okay. Well, if you're not broken, somebody else needed to hear that then. Um, if you don't see yourself that way, then I am pulling that through for somebody else. As well, like I said, sometimes the readings bleed over because we're all connected, right? Maybe there's somebody else that needed to hear that as well. That will watch this that needed to hear that. I did say if, so like I said, it might not have been. Yeah, I don't blame you. Nobody wants to feel broken. That's how you feel right now, but you're trying not to. Yeah, it's hard. It is very hard. I think with women especially, it's really hard because we're raised that, we should look a certain way, and the beauty concepts are kind of ingrained into us. From a very young age, we're taught that this is beautiful and this is beautiful, and you're not beautiful if you don't meet these standards, and blah, blah, blah. So it can be really hard and challenging, but it is doable. Um, I'm going to give you a thing, and I know that this is going to sound weird, but this is what they're showing me as I'm talking to you. So I'm going to give you an exercise that might help. I don't know if you have a full-length mirror, or even if you don't have a full-length mirror, if you have a mirror of some sort that you can put up in front of you, even if it's just a makeup mirror, and take one of those dry erase markers that you use on a whiteboard, and scribble some cracks through it to represent the broken parts of you that you kind of feel right now. And then as you're looking in the mirror, take an eraser and erase those cracks. I know that's going to sound weird, but that's what they're telling me to tell you to do. And as you do that, kind of pull in that energy of self-love if possible, maybe burning a pink candle or a white candle or whatever represents beauty and love to you, and to try that. You can even say affirmations as you do that too. I know affirmations right now are really powerful because I believe Mercury just moved into Leo. Where is Mercury? Mercury moved into Virgo, sorry. I think. Hold on. Yes, Mercury's in no. Yes, Mercury's in Leo right now. Today's the last day actually, and then it moves into Virgo. Or it moved into Virgo today. So it's kind of shifting. You're welcome. Well, hopefully that helps. I have Kira, I have weird weird thing. Well, I'm not going to say weird because they're not weird, but it kind of works on a subconscious level, right? Our subconscious is what kind of believes that this is supposed to be beautiful and this is not, right? And it works, our subconscious is scientifically proven to work in symbols. That's why when we have dreams, a lot of our dreams are considered symbolic, right? And people look up the symbolism and the meaning behind what they see in their dreams. So if you symbolically draw the cracks, right, that represents over your mirror with a dry erase marker, it represents you being broken. And as you erase those cracks, it represents you becoming whole again or fixed. It's very creative. Yes, I get. Okay, well, as long as it's not weird. Hello, Robin. It kind of ingrains that subconscious belief into yourself, right? And if you can say words with it, because Mercury is moving into Virgo, that makes it even more powerful. Because Mercury in Virgo is healing, very verbally healing energies. So any type of affirmations or stuff we say right now is going to have a lot of healing energy behind it. And Virgo's also Earth, which has to do with our physical body too. The things I could show and as I'm like pulling all this information. It's fun. But you'll have to let me know if that helps or that works for you. It's very interesting, Robin. I have my guys like to I think because I'm a very physical person. So I have Virgo in my 12th house, which means subconsciously I'm a very physical person. So my subconscious works on physical, which means, you know, it helps when I have something physical in front of me. Like, for instance, grounding. I posted something in one of my groups the other day because I seen like these cool sandals. I thought they were cool. Anyways, but they had like fake grass in like the sandal per itself. The bottom part where your feet went into was like fake grass. And I thought, for people who connect to nature very sensory like, it doesn't even matter that the grass is fake. It's a sensation of having your feet in the grass, right? That would help you to ground your energy. So I thought they'd be perfect for grounding, especially for people, like I said, who are very kind of sensory oriented, tactile kind of people. But yeah. So, yeah. I feel like I got all this stuff open on my phone. So guys, if you're looking for readings and you're just joining, there's two different ways you can get a reading. You can click on the link that's in the pinned comment below, and that will take you over to a section in my Etsy that is all live reading options. So just choose the option you want. When you go to checkout, you can pay using debit, credit card, or PayPal, I think is the other option. And yeah, if you guys are looking, if anybody wants a free reading, I'm doing free readings for whoever I'm drawn to, and they're just general readings. So the paid readings range between, there's an option of $5 all the way up to $20, whatever you want or choose to pay. And then for the free readings, it's whoever I'm drawn to. So free readings are just general, whatever comes through the cards, that the message is the message I give to you. And then the paid ones, you can ask a question, give me a topic, whatever the case may be. There's also an option for pendulum readings in the live readings as well, guys. I was going to do like all different options and do like oracle card readings and rune readings, pendulum readings, but then I thought it might be a bit much. It might be a bit much. So we might add like oracle readings and astrology readings and stuff like that in later, but right now. I don't know if anybody would be interested in that either. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, my ear. Is anybody else? I keep getting this lover's card. I don't know what is going on. That's like the third time this card has popped up this evening. So I don't know. I think we're moving into like times of decision making and choices and figuring out which side of what we stand on, whether we're right, left, or center. But yes, there's a lot of choices that seem to be coming up for people. I do not speak French, or at least not enough to converse. I only speak English. I can read a little bit of French apparently, but yeah, no. Speaking it, you're not. That could be a bit disastrous. Hello, Jessica. I like listening to people speak French. You know, it's really bad though too, because I'm Canadian and French is like our second language. So I technically should know how to speak it, but haven't spoken French since like high school. Samar, I'm good. How are you? So, how to get a reading? There's two ways to get a reading, guys. The first way, if you want a guaranteed reading, meaning you definitely want a reading tonight, or you have a specific question or topic that you want read on, there is a link in the pinned comment that will take you over to a section over my Etsy shop. Okay. That whole section in there is live readings. So it doesn't matter what reading you choose, I will do it. They're all different. They're all different prices, and that is to accommodate everybody's needs, right? Not everybody can afford the same thing. So I've priced them anywhere from $5 to $20. So just click on whatever one you can afford, and that works. Okay, you can pay using a credit card, debit card, or PayPal. Okay. If you guys I am doing free readings for whoever I'm drawn to. So all you have to do for that is comment your name. But please understand that if you comment your name, it does not guarantee you a reading. A lot of people have thought in the past that, you know, I've had a few people kind of get mad at me about that. But the free readings are kind of just, my guides are like, give them to people that really kind of need the message, right? And my team that I work with. So if people need it, there's kind of like a magnetic draw to them. Like my eyes are drawn to them, or I can feel a pull to them. There's different ways that comes through, but I don't have free messages for everybody because I will burn myself out. I've done it before. So yes, that's how this is gonna work. Two guys, I always recommend to watch if you're interested, because when I do readings, sometimes the readings bleed through. I've had people watch my lives and be like, you know, they've had needed advice on something, and then they've watched one of my readings and they're like, I swear this reading could have been for me because that's exactly what I needed to hear. So don't discount it because, you know, it's not your reading. There's a lot of times that the readings bleed over. I should also clarify that the $5 to $20, depending on whatever you can afford, is Canadian dollars. So if you're paying in American, it's going to be less than that. Hello, Sarah. So guys, I did used to do free readings for everybody, and like I said, I stopped doing it because I burned myself out. And people, not even my guides, people around me were kind of reminding me that I need to take care of me too. We all need to take care of ourselves as well. So, yeah, that's why I'm not, in case anybody's wondering why I'm not doing free readings for everybody, because boom. Paid readings also, guys, they bump you up to the top of the list of people. And also, if you're watching on Facebook, guys, I also post, well, I haven't this week because I've been really bad at it this week, but I also post the daily messages up in the story as well on the page. I haven't done it this week because I have been job searching and really, really busy and I haven't had time to do it. But typically I try. I try. Oh, my foot is asleep. So what are you guys up to? We were supposed to get a thunderstorm here, and it just went quiet as soon as I went live. There was lightning and thunder and everything, and then I went live and I stopped. Which is cool. I'm not gonna complain. Um, okay, so I pulled the cards open. I was splitting the deck, and what came through was the Fool card reversed. So the collective, stop holding yourselves back, guys. It's really easy to not take leaps of faith because we either rationalize it out that it's not a good move or we let fear get the best of us. I feel like for a lot of us right now, with everything that's going on in the world, it's easy to get scared. It's easy to get fearful over things. It's easy to not want to take risks, to not want to take those leaps of faith because there's no security net under us, right? We're like, well, if this fails, we got nothing, right? How are we going to survive? Like a lot of what's happening right now is putting us into survival mode. And when we hit that road, we don't necessarily think logically. That's scientifically proven. When humans hit survival mode, fight or flight mode, right? Our rationale gets shut off. Our body shuts down any functions that are unnecessary. Our body goes into survival mode, meaning you get up and run when you need to. You do what you need to do, right? And in that mode, we don't necessarily want to take any risks. We don't want to take those leaps of faith. But those leaps of faith are necessary. Okay? Now, sometimes it is okay to hold back and think about things and be like, but if you're holding back because you're scared of something, or you're holding back because, you just don't trust the situation fully, that's fair. Try taking that leap of faith because you don't know where it's going to lead. It could lead somewhere amazing. Hey guys, I am on for half an hour longer, so you guys want a free reading? All you gotta do is comment your name. As I said, fear. Fear, 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 fear. I totally called it. You got the big guy up there, all these corporate people, and then you have this little guy stuck in the crystal that's scared crapless for whatever reason. We have to face our fears. We have to be willing to take that leap of faith sometimes. Don't let that fear, don't let that fear control you and them hold you in the palm of their hands. Don't let that fear hold you in the palm of its hands. Hello, Rosa. How are you? Awesome, awesome. So there were a few people I was going to do readings for, but they left, I'm pretty sure. Um, so that was that. Oh my goodness. What did I do? So guys, we are doing tarot readings. If you're interested in a reading, you can click on the link in the pinned comment below if you want a guaranteed reading or you have a specific question. So where that link takes you, because lots of people ask, it takes you over to my Etsy shop. That is where I sell all my readings from. And that's where I'm going to be selling all my readings from. And it's a section designed specifically for live readings. So all the readings that are in that section, I do live like this. So you can choose whichever one you want, whatever price works for you, and go from there. They do range from $5 all the way up to $20. It's whatever you can afford. And then if you want a free reading, I'm doing free readings for people I'm pulled to. All you have to do is comment your name. If I'm drawn to you, I will pull some cards. The free readings are general readings, so just whatever spirit brings through for me to tell you. Rosa. Okay. Rosa, I've got the Empress card coming up for you reversed too. This is a couple times that this has come up for people. The way that this is coming through though is we have the King of Swords on the bottom of the deck here. So the message for this is that I feel like there's a divide right now, and you're kind of like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? In terms of decisions or making a clear decision, having a clear direction, and taking action on the decisions you made. Because I feel like you, well, maybe not. I feel like it's more having a clear, direction with things. Rosa, I'm gonna ask, are you spiritual at all? Like, I keep feeling like there's either some sort of meditation or prayer that's coming into play that you stopped doing. And they want you to get back into it because that's where your clarity is going to come from. And it's going to mend that divide so that you know which direction to go. Okay. So whatever you do, whether you meditate, whether you pray, whatever you do to kind of connect with divinity, it's the word they're telling me to use, is what you want to do, because I feel like there's definitely like a split with you right now. It's like you're torn. Part of you is over here, part of you is over here. You want to unite that so that you can get a clear direction on where you're going. And the way that you're going to do that is through either, you know, prayer or meditation and reaching out and asking for help or guidance or assistance. It's interesting because they're all looking to the in this card. It's like this person's looking up here and pondering. It looks like he's pondering. This person's looking up to this person. It's like they're all like, give me some sort of direction, right? But you're very kind of disconnected from that at the moment. So if you reconnect, you'll get the direction you need. Hello, Felicity. Why do I want to say? Oh my goodness. Guys, my brain does not. My brain works weird some days. I was talking to a friend today and like half his sentence went missing when I was reading it. I was like, wait, that makes no sense. I had to go back and like reread his sentence like 3 times to like figure out what he was saying because my brain kept computing it one way. I'm like, nope, that's not what that says. It happens to you too. Well, I don't feel so alone now. I'm glad I'm not the only one who deals with that though. It's like my brain works faster than it can process. Okay, guys, so I'm on for about 25 minutes. If you want a reading, yeah, I do the same thing. Actually, I just had that happen in a reading where I literally said the whole thing backwards. Like it wasn't even a word, it was like a whole phrase backwards. I don't know how that happened. But I was like, you must be seeing things backwards because I'm saying things backwards. And I have learned when I'm doing readings, nothing is coincidence. It all fits together. So, you know, things that happen is me picking up on other people's energy when, especially when I'm doing readings. Hey guys, so if you want a reading, here's how you get one. You can click on the link that is in the pinned comments and choose from my selection of live readings that is over my Etsy. They are between $5 to $20, whatever you can afford. I made them varying prices so that everybody can afford them, hopefully. That was my goal. I am also doing free readings to people I am drawn to, okay? And all you have to do for a free reading is comment your name. Please keep in mind, free readings are general and they are for whoever I'm pulled to. So just because you comment does not necessarily mean that you will get a reading. If you definitely want a reading, the best way is to click on that link, go over to my Etsy and purchase one. Okay. Robin, I was going to do you a bit ago, and I thought you had left. Okay, hold on, guys. I gotta drink some water because I can feel all this energy filling up in my head. Which is never a good thing. Okay. Robin. Robin, I'm gonna pull your name up. Your phone died. It happens. It's okay. I just tend not to do readings for people if they're not on because I don't want to waste my time doing readings because I never know if they're going to come back and watch it, right? So I would much rather just do it while I know you're on rather than attempt to try and do it well and hope that you see it because I don't want to waste time and energy doing something that nobody's going to watch. So we have the Page of Wands coming up reversed. Page of Wands coming up reversed. Don't let your fears block you from pursuing your own creativity or utilizing your own creativity. Okay? There's definitely a lot of creative energy that's sitting within you with this Page of Wands, but it's being suppressed and not necessarily able to. Now, this could be because you're scared to express it. I feel like sometimes the way that your energy comes through, okay, so I'm going to say this. They want me to say this. Creative energy, creation, drive, passion, willpower, it's all the same energy. Anger, it's all the same. Anger, willpower, passion, drive, creativity, it's all the same energy. And I know that's going to sound weird, but it is. And I feel like for you, when you have a bit of a temper that you try to keep under control. But so the other thing that's coming through is some anger. And I feel like this kind of flares up and you're like, so I'm just going to suppress it because you may not have total control over it. Usually pages do not have control over their things. They're young. This is young energy, okay? So young energy just means we're not really experienced with the energy or we feel like we don't have control over it. And that's why this is pushed down. I don't know why. I'm just getting like war vibes, like angry, burn it all down to the ground kind of energies. And I didn't even see the skulls until now, but that was what was coming through. So the thing is this is rooted. What's under here is fear. But this energy can be channeled for positive things. Okay? You just need to learn how to use it. So stop suppressing it. I feel like there is somebody around you that can help you, that has reached out to you or will reach out to you, that can help you work through this. Okay? Take that help when it comes. Because this is some powerful energy. When it's utilized right, it can be very creative. It can be very powerful energy to manifest with. When it's not utilized right, as I feel you've experienced, it can be very destructive energy as well. Right? The thing about fire is it destroys, but it also leaves behind a very fertile soil. So if you've ever read about forest fires and how, when a forest fire goes through a forest, destroys a lot of the forest, right? But the soil that's left behind after a forest fire goes through there is the richest, most fertile soil and will grow anything, which is creativity. That's creative energy. So it depends on how it's used. You just got to learn how to use it for the higher, in a higher vibration instead of a lower vibration. Okay? Does that make sense? Perfect, perfect, perfect. Awesome. So if you guys have specific topics or questions that you want me to look into, those are paid. You can click on the link that's in the pinned comment below, and it'll take you over to a page where you can purchase a reading. Any of those readings that are on that page, you can purchase. Whatever one you can afford. It is totally up to you. They range between $5 for a tarot reading. They're between $5 and $20, depending again on what you can afford. I also have an option for 2 pendulum questions, which are $2, and those are yes and no questions only. So the pendulum only answers yes or no questions. The cards, however, can answer much more in depth about things. Felicity, are you still here? Awesome. I'm gonna pull a card for you, my dear. That flew out. Okay. So we have the wheel card coming out, and I gotta check this card because I don't know what this is. The moon? Really? Okay. So we have the Moon card coming out for you with the Wheel of Fortune card coming out. And then I don't feel like what's on the bottom is of importance, but I'm going to look at it anyways. Yeah. No, because that pretty much talks about that. Okay. Um, so if you're having issues right now with things not moving or things feeling stagnant or dealing with some bad luck, it's because actually, hold on. Well, these are active energies. Okay. Going through some things right now. Okay, so we got the Moon card coming up, and what they're telling me is there's a dark period. Okay, the moon rules the night, rules the darkness, right? So you're going through, I want to say like a dark night of the soul. Do you see all these spirits? And these aren't necessarily like negative looking spirits, but you know, they're around. I feel like we have to go through the darkness of things sometimes. And they keep pulling me back to this, actually, this, I don't want to call it a song. It was like a motivational thing I downloaded that talks about, a lot of times we're okay when we're going through these periods of life where everything is going good and everything's going the way we want it to, but very few people are comfortable in the dark. Very few people are comfortable uncomfortable. Very few people are okay with being in territories where they can't see, where they don't know what's there, where things are distorted, where things are, and that's kind of, I feel like the energy you're going through right now is sorting through what's real, what's not, what's illusion, what's not, and sorting through a lot of your own inner darkness. And you're kind of going through this dark, I'm going to say dark night of the soul because typically that's what it means when you're like going through this process of releasing things, okay, and letting things go. A lot of these look like they're coming up, they're moving up towards the moon, which means and indicates to me like they're being released. Okay, so you're releasing a lot of and going through a dark period right now. They want you to know that this dark period isn't going to last forever. Things will shift, okay? This is a season. So the wheel, oddly enough, it talks about seasons. The wheel is divine timing. The wheel is the seasons that the earth goes through, right? We always go through dark times. We go through winter. Winter is the dark time of the world, right? And every year we go through it. It's unavoidable. The same with our lives. There's times in our lives where it's unavoidable to go through these dark times. They're a must. They're a must. But just know that it won't last forever. It'll come to an end. Okay? So keep working on what you've been working on and know that this is gonna eventually the season will change and it won't stay dark forever. But I do also see a lot of good things coming out of this as well. When you come out of this, things will really pick up for you as well. And it will be like a new beginning. It's like coming out of the winter into spring. Does that make sense? Perfect. I'm glad that that made sense. Also, I find like dark times, I don't know. Yeah, but see, that's the turning point. That's the turning point, right? And that's the wheel card too, is that turning point, right? When you said it can't get any darker, well, what happens? Okay, where'd my card go? Really? Just had it. Did I not? Okay, apparently I cannot pull that card back out because I don't know where it went. Um, but they're reminding me that like when you said that it's in here. Yeah, it does keep going, but eventually, it melts. The snowballs only stay snowballs while there's snow. Eventually, the snow melts. Just like, in winter, you can start a snowball, you can make a snowman, but as soon as that weather warms up and it's gonna melt, no matter how big that snowman is, or how big that snowball is, or how big it may take longer for it to melt, but it's still gonna melt, right? They were telling me I'm big into astrology. So, like every year at winter solstice, that's when the sun is at the lowest point in the sky, right? It's the longest night of the year. But after that point, the nights get shorter, the darkness gets shorter. It's that turning point. And I feel like maybe you're at that turning point where things are going to start getting a lot lighter from here on out. But there's still some darkness to go through because I mean, well, solstice is Capricorn. You still have Aquarius and Pisces, like a 2 months worth of, solstice is lying when it's like, well, technically the days are getting longer and yes, light's returning to the earth, but guess what? You still have 2 months left of winter. So winter's not done yet. You can't melt now, no. Because if you melt now, then you're not going to learn what you need to learn from it. And then you'll just have to repeat it all over again. And trust me, you don't want that. I have learned that one the hard way too, when you skip steps. Or you try to make things happen faster than they're supposed to. Or yeah. It never ever goes well. I'm 34 too. Actually, no, I'm not 34. 35. Almost 36. And I guarantee you, I hear you. I have Pluto right over my sun. My whole life has been tear down, build up, tear down, build up, tear down, build up, like literally. So I get it. But trust me, the lessons you learn from it are worth it. But it gets tiresome. I get it. You're welcome. Precious. Is there a message? There is a message for her, but what's the message? There we go. Okay. Nine of Cups reversed. And the King of... That is not Pentacles. Bones is not Pentacles. What is that? Swords? The King of Bones is the King of... The King of Wands. Okay. Your lack of belief in yourself, my dear, is causing you to not be able to manifest what it is you want. You're not really happy with things right now. But I feel more like you're not happy with yourself right now. I keep hearing be easier on yourself. Be easier on yourself. I feel like there's mistakes you've made that you regret, and you're very, very, very hard on yourself about it. Underneath, you're like, I should have known better. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. I should have, could have, would have, right? We all make mistakes. We all screw up. We're all imperfect. It's part of being human. It's part of life. They want you to know that that is okay. But don't let these mistakes stop you from being happy. Don't let these mistakes stop you from pursuing your dreams. Because this is well, a lot of people call this the genie card. I don't see this as a genie card. I see this as rising up to what you want, especially being a cup. This is, this is happiness, right? No one can make you happy. I feel like happiness comes from within. So if you're not happy with yourself, then nothing that is around you will ever make you happy. Okay? So when you don't succeed and you're not as successful as you want to be, instead of beating yourself up over it, look at why and try to fix it. And acknowledge that you're human. We all make mistakes. Embrace those mistakes. Love those mistakes. Learn from those mistakes and rise up above them. But don't let those mistakes stop you from being happy, and don't let those mistakes stop you from pursuing your dreams. Don't be so hard on yourself. We all make mistakes. No one is perfect. That makes sense? You're welcome. I'm glad that that was helpful. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, guys. So on that note, I think I am going to jump off because my head is starting to feel cloudy, and generally that is a sign that I need to stop. Otherwise yeah, it's just not good. I can feel all the energy up in my head, so they're like, stop. The energy up in my head is like Spirit's metaphysical door. They're like, nope, finished. um, so I'm gonna jump off, especially if nobody wants to buy. Before I jump off, I'm going to ask if anyone wants to buy a reading. If not, then I am definitely gonna jump off. Okay. So on that note, guys, I'm going to jump off and call it a night. will ground some of this energy so that I can do what I have to do. But thank you guys so much for joining me. If you were watching me or are watching me over on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. If you are watching me over on Facebook, please feel free to like my page. There was something else I was going to cover. Oh, yes. Lots of people ask me how to know if you are live. This is how you will know if somebody is live. You see that red button right there. It says live in the corner. So if you don't see that red button, it means that it's a replay and I'm no longer live. Hello, Colton. So yes, if nobody is interested, I'm just going to give one last call out and ask if anyone is interested in buying a reading. If they're $5 or more. If you want to give more, that's cool. If not, cool. They're all done through my Etsy now. If nobody's interested in buying a reading, last call, I'm going to jump off. So the readings are through my Etsy now. Guys, it throws you over into a whole listing that I've done for live readings, so you can pick any of the readings that are there, and I will more than gladly do them live for you. I price them differently because everybody has different financial means. That's the word I was looking for, financial standings. So if you're like, why? Why? Colton, you're interested? Okay. Well, then I will stay on for you then if you're interested in buying a reading. So the link is in the pinned comment. It will take you over to my Etsy. And just choose whatever reading you want from there. Like I said, they're all differently priced, so just pick whichever one you want. You can pay through credit card, debit, or PayPal. And if you have any questions, please let me know. If something's not working, because sometimes it goes funky. It's funky. I need music, but every time I turn music on, Facebook ends up like, Facebook mutes my stuff anyways. I don't know why. All of my lives when I watch the replays are all muted, and I don't even have any music going, but it's copyrights for something. Yeah, I don't know what. Hello, Pisces. I should show you guys, I think. Let me see if I can pull this up again. Awesome. Well, welcome to the live. Give me a second here. I am trying to figure out something. Because I'm cool like that. So, okay, I'm not logged in anymore. Perfect. Okay, guys, so I want to just show you what my Etsy looks like. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this very well, but we can hope. Let me take my headphones out of here. And then I'll explain how all of these work. So if you're purchasing a live reading, this is where the link will take you. Okay? You can see that they're all different prices. This is to accommodate for people, right? Pick the one you can afford. When you tap on it, it'll take you there. All you have to do is type in the personalization. So it asks for your name and the question, and then you click add to basket, and then it'll say proceed to checkout. And then you just click that and boom, you're good to go. You can continue as a guest or register, it doesn't really matter. You can log in with your Google, you can log in with Facebook. Or Apple, apparently, too. But I don't use Apple, so. Readings are done right now. As soon as I get the payment through, as soon as the payment comes in, I can do your reading. It can be a bit of a process, but it is much more secure, I'm going to say, than PayPal. Which is why I use Etsy. I was using PayPal, and then then I switched back because on top of that, all my other personal readings are done from there as well. So it just makes sense to have them all in kind of one place. Guys, I'm very back and forth. I'm sorry. So if you watched my lives before and you paid through PayPal, I apologize. I can be back and forth. I have a Libra rising, so when it comes to making up my mind, but a lot of people I found didn't have PayPal, so that's another thing that I've run into. All the live readings are done live, so they're done right now, or at least as soon as I get your payment. Just let me know you guys are making a payment, and that way I know to wait for you, because I was gonna jump off, but if there are some people still making payments, then I will stay on, because I don't want to. I don't know what to say now. We really need music. We need music. Who's with me on the music thing? Collective message. Take some time to enjoy life. It doesn't always have to be so serious. There's lots of things in life that are worth enjoying. So make sure that you're enjoying them, okay? When she's upright, you can see like she's sometimes it's not even the complicated things. Make sure you're enjoying the simple things in life, right? The fact that you have food to eat, a roof over your head, air to breathe, the fact you're alive. All of these things are things to be celebrated. So, don't take life so seriously. We get a lot of pressure put on us, and sometimes we forget that, life's still good. Life is still good. Okay, guys. So I'm assuming that no one is interested, or hopefully nobody's buying a reading. So I think I'm gonna jump off because it is getting late and I do have to be up tomorrow. Are we done with readings, guys? Okay, guys. Okay. So I don't think there's any more people who want to buy a reading because it's been a bit. And I don't see any more readings coming through, so I am going to log off for the night. Hello, Alana. So guys, I've been on 2.5 hours, so I was just going to jump off. I thought I had maybe a couple more readings, payments coming through for readings, and that was why I was staying on, but I'm pretty sure that there's no more payments coming through. Yeah. If I'm wrong, then please tell me. Because I don't want to log off while people are still making payments, but at the same point in time, I don't want to be on here all night either. Yeah, definitely. I'm on pretty much every other night as of right now. So I'll be back on actually Sunday is the next time I'll be on. I lied. I'll be on Sunday. I take I take Friday and Saturday off, so I will be on Sunday if anybody is interested. Yeah, let me know. Just come join me. Don't let me know. Come join me. Come join me. Come join me. If anyone is watching this replay and you still want a live reading, you can purchase them at any point in time. They're in my Etsy. So what I'll do is if I see a purchase come through, I will do all the readings in my next live, and I'll just send you the link to it with all the timestamps so you can find your reading super easy, or I will message you. I'll shoot you a message through Etsy and say, hey, I'm going live to do your reading. Come join me. Okay? Because, yeah, I don't want people to miss out, but I gotta call it a night tonight. So I hope that you guys all had an awesome time joining me. Thank you guys for everybody who bought a reading tonight. You all are awesome. Thank you to everyone who joined and participated and interacted. You guys are awesome too. If you guys have not followed or subscribed, depending on where you're watching, please feel free to do so. And I will see you guys all on Sunday when I am back again. Bye, guys.